few months ago, so our teams at OpenGill started studying about the market in the CLI market, and then when we learned a lot from that, and we also come with a solution for the mass adoption that I also introduce a bit about it to you guys in today's presentation. So first about myself. So my name is Tin Chung, and I'm a developer relation lead at OpenGill. At the same time, also the engineer at Roach.io, and I'm a Polkadot Blockchain Academy Wi-Fi cohort. So about OpenGill, so OpenGill is a Web3 hub for Polkadot enthusiasts in Southeast Asia region. So we mainly focus on Southeast Asia countries like Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia. So if Polkadot like before, it's mainly focused on European country, but now like if the wave moved to Asia, and OpenGill is here to represent that. Here's like some pictures that we captured the event that OpenGill participated in the past few months. Okay, and the contribution of the OpenGill to the Rust and the Polkadot ecosystem. So we build a lot of tutorials and also resources to the Polkadot community to educate the learners about the Polkadot technology like Substrate and Polkadot SDK. At the same time, we also like a core contributor of the Rust ecosystem to the tutorials and also the educational content. Here's also some metrics that I gather for the OpenGill community. And right now, like OpenGill is focused on like Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, and also like Philippines. And here's like some metric that we have like more than like 20 community courses hosted, with also like more than like 30 workshops and a lot of like resources and workshops that we already like built for the community. But what we learned from that and how that it can contribute back to like my presentation today. So our goal is to finding the solution for the mass adoption. So there's a recent case study that like when our team at OpenGill, like we host a hackathon in Vietnam called like a Polkadot Hack Camp, that like we gather like more than like 500 students to the boot camp. With also like we expected to have more than like 335 students with more than like 70 submissions. But then like when we do like a developer survey to gather the experience of the developer from our hack camp, that we learned that like approximately 67% of learners found it's hard to set up a proper environment, and also like 38% learners were not very clear in the development documentation, and 50% learners at least need support from the mentor. So based on my past experience as a Polkadot Blockchain Academy graduate, so I can verify that all these challenges here is quite true. So the solution here is the seamless Polkadot development with POP. So what is POP? And we're going to learn that in the next few slides. What is the challenge that Polkadot is facing right now? It definitely not in the technology. Polkadot has the right tech stack that is offered the native security that like rolls up, built on top of Polkadot, can just doesn't care about the validator infrastructure, but just build some collator and then like access to the full security of the relation offer. And on the other hand, it also has high throughput from elastic scaling and also asset backing. Easy runtime customization. Substrate is an easy tool that like everyone just add a few pallets, and then you have a production ready runtime to just launch your blockchain for the user to use. And rich runtime module ecosystem compared like all the ecosystem like a front end like React and Substrate is quite similar. That it has like the richest ecosystem of libraries that developer can apply. And it's also like interoperability between rollup to ECMs. But like if you look at some statistics from Parity, this gathered from like Parity data dashboard, you can see like on the Stack Exchange, the quickly user rate is not very impressive. There's still like a slightly increasing trend right here, but like compared to like last year, this is not like a very big number. Quickly activity, you can see like there's a downtrend, obviously, and then like put the number of parachain compared to last year, like 50 parachain last year compared to right now, also like 50 parachain. Even though we also like gather some new parachain, but the churn rate is also quite high. The user experience is fragmented. So right now, if you search on Google, like what can I build on Polkadot, you can see that there's a very abstract definition, abstract answer from the official documentation of Polkadot Wiki that like the Polkadot ecosystem contains various SDK to tap into the relay chain and parachain. So at first, like the first experience of the newcomer, they already like question themselves, what is a parachain and a relay chain, which is not a very rare experience. So user experience is also like fragmented when you search for like what can I build with Polkadot, and you're gonna receive the two results. first smart contract and apps development and application-specific blockchain roll-up development compared to other like layer one blockchain out there. Like this is like totally different because like they only have smart contract development. However, in Polkadot we have like two approaches. And when you surf for the official documentation of Substrate, you're going to see a very complex step to build a first application. That you see how to build a parachain. You have to repair a local relay chain, then connect a local parachain, acquire a testnet slot. Then also like there are not like more steps than that. And how about the smart contract? How many steps you need for smart contract development? First, you have to configure your runtime to have a pallet contract, or maybe like pallet EVM if you want it to be EVM compatible. Then you have to run a Substrate contract node if you want to build and or deploy your smart contract on like the local Substrate node. How to deploy a smart contract on Polkadot? If you search it on Google, you're gonna see like also like another abstract answer from like sites. The first answer is not from the official documentation of Polkadot, but it's from like WebBishop, aside like out of our ecosystem. And if you like find the answer from Polkadot official documentation, it's gonna say like the Polkadot relay chain doesn't support smart contract, which is so confusing. So smart contract experience on Polkadot is also fragmented. So decentralized, because like we are a protocol for layer one blockchain, so we have like a lot of like sub ecosystem out there that they have like their own like native token, and so decentralized application deploy on these like on this sub ecosystem. They're gonna use those native token, which doesn't bring much value to the dot token. And at the same time, if the decentralized apps they want to communicate with the other, they have to use like cross-chain messaging using XCM. There are another problem rich pallet ecosystem for runtime, but not for smart contract. As a core dev, they build a lot of runtime module, or we can say like pallet, for Substrate that like provide like bunches of functionality, but it doesn't provide the functionality for the smart contract. So that means like any like smart contract developer, when they join the ecosystem, they have to rebuild the whole runtime libraries themselves. They have to rebuild the whole like libraries for smart contract themselves. The DevX of Polkadot needs to be reimagined. What does that mean? We need like better tooling and documentation. We need a seamless setup, also like access to Polkadot Power and reusable runtime module ecosystem. So POP is the solution to our problem. So let's pop what you knew away and play on Polkadot. So POP brings developer experience to the next level. So in POP like has two main products, which is like a POP CLI and the POP network. While like POP CLI is an all-in-one tool for Polkadot development, and the POP network is enabling simple and smarter contract deployment. And we also like have the demo here that you just run one command like pop new parachain. Then you can like select a template and also like select the type parachain, license, version, where like it can be located. After you define like, the location, also you define like the name and the symbol, the token. Then you have your own like customized Substrate, like you have your own like Substrate-based blockchain with a customized token easily with a few commands. So how many steps you need for local network setup with POP? Actually, you only need one command, like pop up parachain, and you define the file here, and then you can have like your local network running with a ZombieNet as the underlying infrastructure. Also, like POP like provide like rich collections of starter template with it support like Polkadot template, OpenZeppelin, and also like the EVM compatible parachain template and accept parachain template. And seamless smart contract development, we already like define like the problem with smart contract, and POP is also a solution to that. So you only like need like one command like pop up contract, define the constructor, the argument, and you have like your contract deploy on like a local Substrate node. So, and the another solution that POP offer is smart contract access to all runtime functionality with POP network. So so I stated the problem that like the smart contract doesn't have any access to the runtime module that like the core dev build, right? So POP POP has a solution called a POP API library. The smart contract can apply that to their smart contract, and then when they use that, the POP API library gonna like call to the POP network, and it's just use the pallet access under the hood instead of like instead of like it's using something like a PSP22 fungible on the in contract, now it's using the palette asset. And here's also have a visualization which is quite interesting. That here you have a pop network, and the below like legal block is the frame palette, and the above one, the kit here is the in contract that it can, to the pop network, they can access to all the functionality of the frame palette. And in that way, like our OpenGL community apply this solution to our community, to like workshop and also the tutorial. For example, like our Polkadot hack camp, we also like replace it with a Polkadot, with a Pop CLI and also like the solution for Pop network. And we also see like the obvious like enhance from our introduced to parachain development workshop. This increase the number of participants, also like the increase the number of parachain built from this workshop from 10, and after we know Pop, it's increased to like 22. That is the total number of the new starter template is created using the solution. And if you want to engage with Pop and OpenGL, you can scan the QR code. It's gonna navigate you to the application of OpenGL on OpenGL community platform, and you can participate to our open contribution bounty track file to build and run a new parachain with Pop CLI. That after you're doing this, you can like have your production ready blockchain parachain and you can also like receive the experience points from the OpenGL community as well. Okay, so thank you for listening. And if you want to join the OpenGL community, if you're interested in it, feel free to scan the QR code. Thank you.